Hello, it's Jay here again and welcome to another tutorial. So in this video we're actually going to work on the blood splatter or blood hit particle system. So we'll begin here. As you can see, I've created some quick textures. These are actually edited versions of the blood screen number 4 here. So I've made these very quickly, and obviously I may spend more time creating better ones at a later date, and please take that away from this video that when we create this particle system, it's basically giving you a base to work from. I advise you to spend a lot longer really tweaking the systems until you get it exactly how you want it. I will certainly do that myself off camera, so I advise you all to do the same, but hopefully this will give you a good starting platform. So with that said, as you can see, I'm in a new scene while we create this. Let's come to game object, create empty, we'll reset the transform and we'll give it a name of pistol blood hit. So the reason for this name is because you may want to tweak the values depending on which weapon is being fired. So for example, a pistol blood splatter effect may be a lot smaller than say the shotgun. So that's the reason for calling this one pistol. Now we've done that, let's create a particle system. Again, we'll reset the transform and we'll drag and drop it onto pistol blood hit. And let's give this a name of, let's just say impact. And let's go through and change what needs to be changed. So duration, let's change that to 0.1. And obviously we do not want it looping. Let's come in on this now. And what I'm going to do is assign the first texture I created. So if I just click on and off again, no, it's not going to show anything just yet. Let's go through. So start lifetime only needs to be small. Let's give it a value of 0.25 and the start speed of 0.5. So there we go. Hopefully you saw that. That's what's happening at the moment. So let's go through and change what else needs to be changed. Let's lower this value, start size to 0.25. And the colour, I'm going to give it a very deep red. This may depend, you know, how dark you want this red may depend on how dark your textures are to begin with. Mine aren't very dark, so that's why I'm using a darker tone here. So let's have a look. I'll just lower that to 100. I could probably lower this a lot further at the end, but we'll lower it to 100 for now. In fact, let's make this 100 emission, rate over time, and shape. So this is where it's actually, this is sort of the effect when the bullet actually impacts. It's not the splatter that's going to come away from the enemy. This is the effect on impact, obviously, because of the naming convention. So I want a sphere shape, and we only need a small radius, so let's give it a 0.1. And let's come down to renderer. And I don't know if we actually need to really change much here. So let's see what we're getting now. Let's bring this down. Click on and off. So let's alter. Let's try 0.25 for max particle size. Okay, that's a little bit more like as I want. Now, again, you can tweak this as much as you like, but once you've done actually tweaking all of these, you want to duplicate 3 times. And then what I'm going to do is assign a different texture to each one. So blood hit 2 there, blood hit 3 for this one, and finally blood hit 4 for the final one. And overlaying these on top of one another should give a nice effect. Maybe 4's a little strong, maybe 1 or 2 or 3 maybe at most, but we'll leave it at that for now. And we'll create another particle system, and this one is actually for the blood splattering away from the enemy, away from the impact point. We'll call this splash because that's what it's going to do. It's going to splash outwards from the enemy. And again, we only need a short duration, 0.1. We'll get rid of looping. And let's just reset the transform. And we'll drag and drop that onto pistol blood hit. So let's go through and see what needs to be changed. This can be 0.1. Let's give these really... That wants to be a really low value. So we'll start at 0.1. Start speed. This actually needs to be fairly quick. So let's double it. And again, I'm going for a really dark red. So, emission. Let's change this. Let's give this a value of 50. And we can change that to max particles as well. And the shape. Let's have a look. We want a cone, so angle. Let's try a value of 10. Let's come out a little bit. And let's change the radius to 0.1. Let's make that really small. No, I think 5's a little bit too small. Let's try 10 again. And let's have a look. Start size, we'll leave that. Let's come down to renderer. We want, let's see, we'll try vertical billboard. Minimum can be as small as we can. Let's give that a value of 0.1. Max particle size. Let's try 5 for now. Let's just click off and click back on and see how it looks. See if we can make that. Let's double that. We'll make that 10. And we'll assign a texture. I think I'll use blood hit 2. I think we'll leave it there. We'll try it out as it is. Yeah, let's try that out. So we'll just drag and drop it onto our prefabs folder. Now obviously you can alter these and create a shotgun blood hit and tweak the values on the particle systems, but let's just see what pistol's going to look like now. So we've got a prefab. Let's come back to our main scene. So main level, let's come to our weapons and we'll assign that prefab there. So let's start the game. Let's see if we can get it working. So let's select the pistol. We'll move towards the enemy. Let's turn the flashlight on. So we'll stop that there now. I'm looking at that, and obviously the particle systems are a little bit too big, so that's something I'll change off camera. So yeah, they're appearing a little bit too big, and I'll probably actually may want to make mine a little bit darker as well. So in fact, I'll just do that now. Let's bring these down a bit. And as I said, you can spend a lot more time than I am here, because I'm sure none of you really want a half-hour video where I'm doing nothing really but tweaking and trying out different numbers, different variables. I might actually drop that back down to 5 for the max particle size on the splash. But as I said, you can spend a lot more time, and I would say make a different one or tweak them values for each and every weapon. So we still have, and I'm just trying to find where the FPS controller is. Let's bring that in. We still have a few more things to do. So let's come to scripts, and we'll create a new C# script, and we'll just call this destroy blood effect. Let's open this up. So this is just going to destroy our particle systems. We don't want a load of game objects cluttering our scene up. And this is going to be a very, very short script. We'll just come to the top and we'll say public float destroy after seconds. We'll close the line off into the comments. We'll say the amount of seconds before destroying game object. We'll come to the start. We'll say start core routine, open and close brackets, close the line off, inside the brackets, speech marks, and let's just call this seconds. So we'll say call seconds function, and I'll come here below the void update and we'll say private enumerator, and the naming convention of seconds will open and close, will open and close again. We'll come inside the function, we'll say yield return new wait 4 seconds. We've done this all before, so I'm not going to explain in detail. I'm just going to go through it quick. So we'll open and close brackets, close the line off, and the naming convention, destroy after seconds. Into the comments, we'll just say wait this many seconds and destroy. And in fact, let's get rid of that. I'll not say and destroy there. We'll just come down here. We'll put that in the next line. Destroy. We'll open and close brackets, close the line off, and we just want game object with the lowercase g. And let's come to the end, into the comments, wait this many seconds, and then we'll say and destroy game object. We'll just save that off. That's all we need for that script, and then we'll assign it to our prefab. So let's come to prefab, component scripts, and destroy blood effect, destroy after seconds, and this will probably vary with every weapon. That's the reason why I did not put a value in the script, so we can just assign in the inspector as we go ahead and tweak for every weapon. So you can enter a different value when you create your shotgun, machine gun, and so on. So as I said, I'm going to actually alter these off camera and tweak them further. I advise you to do the same and obviously come up with prefabs for each and every weapon. But I think we'll leave it here for this video. I hope this is giving you a good place on where to start, and you can go on and tweak the systems to your liking and get them looking really good. I know mine doesn't look good at the moment, but as I said, I'll further tweak these off camera. And yes, as I said, I think we'll leave it here for this video. So as always, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope to see you next time, and until then, as always, bye for now.